This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It's the only time Santa will not be the headliner this Christmas season. We'll take you to Joe and Jay Madden's Thanks Miss next. Happy Hanukkah, and we're now a week away from Christmas, so thank you for spending some of your valuable time with us. I'm Ken Kara, and this newscast is available in crystal clear HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 and anywhere, anytime with the Samsung Productions app. And now here's our top stories from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The story of Jan Lewan is coming to Netflix. This is video of the former polka king during an appearance on the Sam Lassand Show. The movie The Polka King was inspired by the documentary titled The Man Who Would Be Polka King by John Mikulak and Joshua Brown. Lewan, a Polish immigrant, lived in Hazleton, had a store here, and had a huge following. He was tried and convicted of a Ponzi scheme where he took money from his loyal fans. The movie, starring Jack Black as Lewan, premieres January 12th on Netflix. Joe and Jay Madden brought their Thanks Miss celebration back to Hazleton over the weekend. The holiday tradition continued at the Hazleton One Community Center amidst music, presents for kids and adults, and of course, meatballs and other delicious foods served by community volunteers. The event is free and it fed around 500 people, and this year they also had a record number of volunteers.
This kind of a cafeteria in the bottom of a Catholic school in Hazleton. You know how many years this has been going on, stuff like this? My grandpa, when he turned 100, years ago, a great-grandpa, excuse me, they had an event like this in the basement of Our Lady of Grace Church, which was a hall at that point. So I was thinking about that standing up there. Again, trying to tie the past to the present, and where the people sometimes don't quite understand this, again, it's no different. And I recently read that nostalgia is the most powerful drug of all, and I'm really starting to believe that because I'm really caught up in it. So once again, really come out here and see what we're doing, meet the kids, meet the faculty here, and I promise you're going to come away a supporter.
And I've got to thank Joe and Jay, because this is Joe and Jay's brainchild. Joe could come home and do anything he wants, to include relax with his mother at Christmas time. Instead, the week before Christmas, he chooses to open his heart, his pocketbook, his community center, and feed people. It does a person good to be here, not only for the people that are being fed, but for all the volunteers who come here and actually see what Christmas is all about. This is the spirit of giving in its epitome. This is the finest form of humanity.
You're so involved in this city, I mean, for a long, long time. How much of a change have you seen since this center's been there reaching out to the kids?
You know, when I heard we were going to have a community center, I came to Bob Curry. The day he got the keys to the center, I was the first person through the door. Because as a retired state trooper, as a chief of police, as a father of 6, as a lifelong Hazletonian, our kids are our greatest asset and our most valuable treasure. And if I could keep kids off the streets and in the community center, if I could keep them in the basement of the community center instead of the basement of City Hall, which is where the Hazleton Police Department hosts their jail cells, this is what it's all about.
Now, to get involved with the Hazleton Integration Project at the Hazleton One Community Center, give them a call at 570-861-8081. Now, you probably saw some video of this year's Respect 90 Foundation t-shirt that says Henna on the back. We will be talking more about that this Thursday in sports. And tomorrow, our John Eric Poli will have a full report from Friday's Around the Horn with Joe Madden event that featured NFL great Mike Ditka. The celebration of Hanukkah continues. To mark the annual holiday, members of Beth Israel Temple, Augustus Israel Synagogue, and the Jewish Community Center gathered at Hazleton City Hall to light the menorah for the 6th night. The celebration continues through this Wednesday. Happy Hanukkah to all who are celebrating. And Santa is taking time out of his busy schedule to have dinner at one of his favorite restaurants, and you're invited. It's Spaghetti with Santa at Frankie's Pizzeria in downtown Hazleton. The cost is $12 for adults and $6 for children 12 and under. You can eat in or take out. Reservations are suggested but not required. A portion of the proceeds will benefit Community Services for Sight, formerly the Hazleton Blind Association. you're looking for a great Christmas gift or stocking stuffer, how about a chance to win $1,500 in prizes? 8th grade students at Holy Family Academy in Hazleton are selling raffle tickets. Each ticket is $5 and provides you with the chance to win a great prize valued at $50 every day during the month of January. Students will be selling the tickets this Wednesday from 5 until 7 p.m. at the Laurel Mall at Center Court. Proceeds benefit a class trip to New York City. And it's day number 11 of our 13 Days of Christmas giveaway from SSPTV, the Laurel Mall, and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. For 13 days, one lucky winner will be drawn from the many entries we received at the Laurel Mall. Let's check out tonight's prize.
On the 11th day of Christmas, SSPTV gave to me a $50 gift certificate from the Laurel Mall.
Our winner tonight is William Hines of Beaver Metals. Congratulations. We will get in touch with you, and we only have 2 more days of our 13 Days of Christmas giveaway. Ron Marchetti has trivia treats in sports coming up, and I have your weekend scoreboard. And after this break, more information on how the Salvation Army is helping those in need this holiday season. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
You've heard and seen the stories of the floods, the hurricanes that hit Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, also in Texas, Florida. We've heard so many terrible stories. And now we are learning that some of the victims who don't have electricity where they're living or a home have made their way into our area and now need help reestablishing themselves. One organization in our area that is trying to do its part to help is the Salvation Army right here in Hazleton. I'm pleased to welcome back to our studios Major Doris Gonzalez, who is the Corps officer at the Hazleton location. You tell me you're seeing people coming literally that were affected by the floods in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. They're here in Hazleton.
Yes, certainly. They are here, and they're coming with grateful hearts and big smiles, but at the same time with a lot of brokenness, but with a desire to come and establish themselves in this community as members who are contributors, and to make this place a better place, and also to make this place their new home.
So they're coming into the Salvation Army, and you're hearing their stories of how they lost everything. They need help, but they want to give back as well. So you've told me some pretty inspirational stories.
Yes, certainly. They do come, and part of the things that they want to know is, where to go, and they want to know a little bit about the community. They're in need of some basic needs, in which we assist them with that. They're looking into finding jobs. We actually have a family that the husband already started working on Monday. They come with skills because these people were living and were, many of them, homeowners and have good jobs over there, and this was not exactly in their plans.
She told me there's a lady that her husband, I guess, is still working back where they lived, but she's here and she wants to help ring the bell for the Salvation Army. Yes,
we're very excited about that. Again, it's a story of a lot of brokenness, but at the same time, part of her gratitude is saying, I want to go and I want to help you. And she learned about bell ringing, and she said, I'll do that. But her husband is 76 years old. He is a security guard in Puerto Rico, and she actually came before him to establish herself, is in the process of getting an apartment. And part of what she's going to be doing is being one of our bell ringers. So we're very excited about that. Yeah.
And if our viewers want to help with the people who have been displaced by these terrible natural disasters, how do they help? They send in a monetary contribution. How do they do that?
They can certainly send a monetary contribution to our own location here, which is P.O. Box 189, Hazleton, PA 18201. Making sure that you establish that it's a donation for Hurricane Maria. And just know something, that donations that are given to any type of hurricane relief effort are utilized 100% in that effort. We don't take away any money from there. It will go 100% towards that. Another way that you can do it is also, there's a text to give number, which is 41444, and the word to text is EDS, like Emergency Disaster Services.
All right, well, there is help available thanks to the generosity of our community. So we hope that people can, especially around this holiday time, reach into their hearts and their pockets and help out. And if they have any questions or concerns, they can give you a call at the Salvation Army for more information.
Certainly, you can always call us at 570-454-1631.
All righty, very good. Well, we have new neighbors coming to town. They kind of didn't plan on moving, and they might have been set in their ways, and now their lives have been disrupted. So just put yourself in their shoes, and maybe we can all try to help out a little bit so we can make their transition much easier and make everybody have not only a good holiday season, but a good life.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
And it doesn't look like it's going to be a white Christmas as things are getting ready to heat up around our area. Here's our local weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be mostly cloudy. We'll have a low of 36 degrees. And then on Tuesday, we're in the lower 40s, high of 42 degrees, mostly cloudy. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low of 29 degrees. Wednesday will be partly sunny. We'll only get up to the mid-30s. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, low of 19. Thursday, mostly sunny, high of 32. At night, mostly cloudy, low of 23. And then on Friday, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-40s. Friday night, expect some rain, 60% chance of precipitation, cloudy with a low of 38 degrees.
Well, I'm sure that everyone out there, or mostly everyone, has had the experience of having blood taken. Sometimes you're okay with it, sometimes you're not, but it pretty much depends on the person who's taking the blood. And if you want to be that person and you want to be able to do it properly, you might be interested in the phlebotomy class at McCann School of Business and Technology. Nice little transition there. Lori Kane, who is in charge of high school and community relations for McCann's. Have you had that experience where you're kind of a little, nervous to get blood taken, but then the person is like so good at it, you're like, wow, I didn't even know I had blood taken.
I have had both options. I've had a woman who took my blood and we went from one arm to the next, to my hand, to my other hand, back to my arm. I feel like a pincushion. And then I had another experience where literally I sat down, the girl came over, whatever she did, it was magical. She's like, okay, you're done. I'm like, I didn't even know you started. That's how effective she was in getting the blood out of my arm. Mm-hmm. So definitely it does make a big difference when it comes time to have the right person.
It does. After you had a successful experience like that, you're like, that's not so bad. Then you're not afraid to have it done again after that. But if you have a bad experience, that lives with you too. But you are training people to be successful phlebotomists. That's a tough word to say. You get a phlebotomy diploma in this program at McCann. So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, with phlebotomy, again, it's taking of blood. What we offer is a program that takes 10 months to complete to get your diploma. Our phlebotomists do become certified, and as far as what they're learning, it's a little bit of everything. It's medical terminology. They're learning about anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, even things like emergency procedures. And before the course is complete, they often have to do their practicum, which allows them, again, to get that hands-on experience in the field.
And then once they successfully complete your program, they do take a test to become certified.
Correct. They become certified phlebotomists in that program.
All right. I would think this is a job that maybe people of all ages are interested in, that you probably have kids right out of high school, but maybe some older people looking to change careers or start a new career or find a career?
And it's definitely a very good point, yes. It's for all ages. Could be people who are working in the field now, but maybe want to add another step to what they're doing. Maybe somebody just wants a completely different change. And we have people that travel from all over. We have one lady that travels an hour just to come for the class each day. And yeah, so don't let age hold you back by far. Do you want to try something new? Especially if you've had blood taken and you want to see for yourself, then definitely check it out.
And this is only 10 months. Wow, that's great. 10 months and you have a brand new career.
Definitely. There's one of our I work with the high school students a lot, and the one girl, she's graduating now, and I'm like, I feel like you just walked in here and started. That's how fast time goes. So 10 months is not a long time, especially if you want to make a change for yourself.
So is there a class starting up, or how does this work?
Yes, we have our next class is starting on January 8th, so may as well start out the new year on the right foot, especially get those career goals together for yourself. In particular, if you've been wanting to make that change, but just keep saying, I'm not sure I'm up to it. Don't live a life of regret. Make the change now.
All right, that's a good New Year's resolution. If you're planning to do a career, this is it. Maybe phlebotomy is not the one, but McCann's has a lot of options. So all they have to do is call and you'll walk them through all the many different choices.
Yes, we offer anything from business administration to criminal justice. We have IT, massage therapy, and the trades of electrical as well as HVAC at our Pottsville location.
So we hope you have a ton of students for the new year and that everybody gets great careers.
I completely agree. Start 2018 out the right way.
All right, started out the right way at McCann's.
Thank you, Lisa. Here's your midday winning lottery numbers from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pick 2, 8, 6, pick 3, 3, 5, 9, pick 4, 4, 6, 9, 5, pick 5, 0, 2, 0, 7, 2, and the wild number is 2. When we come back, Ron Marchetti has trivia treats.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
There were a lot of great Christmas movies on over the weekend. It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, Scrooged with friend of Hazelton, Bill Murray. So if you missed some local sports scores, that's okay because we have the SSPTV Standard Speaker Scoreboard. MMI hit some clutch free throws to hold off Marion in boys basketball. Philip Byreal had 22 points for MMI and Matt Marchetti had 14. Tyler Fritz had 20 points for the Colts. George Bailey may have had a wonderful life, but he never had 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 block shots in a basketball game. Hazelton area's Josh Samick did that in the Cougars' big win over Parkland. Hazelton area showed their depth in this one. Dave Seaman has a full story in Sunday's Standard Speaker. The Monomoy area girls basketball team, they played a team from District 11 just like the Cougars, but they fell short in overtime. Haley Silfies had 30 points for Bethlehem Freedom. They are a 6A school. Monomoy area is a AA school. Jordan Carmonic led Monomoy area with 17 points. Isabella Schwabe had 20 points for Marion in their win. Avery Jordan put up 30 points and Sam Shinkus had 19, but Abington Heights handed North Schuylkill their first loss of the year. Emma Kaczynski had 20 points as Tamaqua beat Tri-Valley. Tamaqua scored a big win in boys basketball behind Thad Zuber's 21 points as the Blue Raiders beat Notre Dame East Stroudsburg and Minersville beat Shenandoah Valley. Doug Weiss poured in 19 points in North Schuylkill's win over Tri-Valley, and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins dropped 2 over the weekend. The game at Bridgeport ended in overtime. At the Panther Holiday Classic at Penn Cambria High School, Hazelton area wrestler Shane Noonan took 3rd place, and teammates Johnny Cora and Michael Fuchek were 8th in their weight classes. And now I am pleased to announce another Trivia Treat segment with the one and only Ron Marchetti.
70 years ago, in 1947 at this time, the Chicago Cardinals, led by halfbacks Charlie Trippi and Elmer Hangsman, won the NFL championship by beating the Philadelphia Eagles 28-21 at Comiskey Park in Chicago. But the following year, the cast was the same, but the results were not. Hi, everybody. This is Trivia Treats. 69 years ago tomorrow, in 1940, in the NFL championship game, the Eagles prevailed 7-0 over the Chicago Cardinals in a driving snowstorm at Chi Park in Philadelphia. It was the first title in Eagles team history. The franchise began play in 1933 and failed to produce a winning season until 1943. The team was coached by Greasy Neal, who was an outfielder for the Cincinnati Reds during the 1919 World Series. The kickoff was delayed for a half hour as players from both teams assisted the grounds crew in removing the snow-laden tarpaulin. Snow fell consistently and heavily throughout the game. The lone touchdown was on a 5-yard run by halfback Steve Van Buren early in the 4th quarter. The game was also the first NFL championship to be televised with announcers Harry Wismer and Red Grange calling the game. Now maybe that was a little too far back for most of our viewers, but not this one. 7 years ago, this past weekend, sitting out with an injured shoulder, Brett Favre watched his NFL record of 297 consecutive starts come to an end as the Vikings lost to the Giants 21-3 at Ford Field in Detroit. Favre started the following week in 2010, but left with a concussion. It would prove to be his final career game. The Vikings lost 40-14 to the Bears at TCF Bank Stadium at the University of Minnesota. Now, since next Monday is Christmas, I'm doing this one a week earlier. This happened almost 40 years ago in 1978. Ohio State coach Woody Hayes punched Clemson linebacker Charlie Bauman with about 2 minutes to go during the Buckeye 17-15 loss in the Gator Bowl in Jacksonville, Florida. Hayes was livid after Bauman intercepted Art Schlichter's short pass over the middle, and he ran toward the sideline near the Ohio State bench and was shoved out of bounds. Then Coach Hayes landed a punch to Bauman's neck, just under his face mask, that touched off a benches-clearing melee. Mother of God! The next day, Hayes was fired by the university after 20 years on the job. He had compiled a 205-61-10 record with 13 Big Ten Conference titles, including 6 in a row from 1972 through 1970, and 2 national championships. But what he did was unforgivable. He had to go. And so do I, until Friday. Till then, stay loose.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. We'll kick off today's social report with the Fitness Center at Health and Wellness Center in Hazleton hosting a hands-only CPR class for anyone over the age of 10. This event will be on Wednesday, December 20th at 5:30 p.m. For more information, you can call the number on your screen. On Wednesday, December 20th, head to the Laura Mall in Center Court from 5 to 7 p.m. to enter the Holy Family Academy raffle to support the 8th grade class. If you enter the raffle, you have a chance to win up to $1,500 in prizes. And finally for today, if you're a fan of Polish food, well then this is an event for you. The second annual New Year's Eve Kielbasi and Pierogi Drop is scheduled for 7 p.m. on December 31st at the American Legion Memorial Garden in Shenandoah. For more information on this event, you can call 570-462-2060. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Martha D. Chippy of Wilmington, Delaware. Mass is Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. at St. Margaret of Scotland Parish in Newark, Delaware. Friends may call Wednesday from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the church. The Spicer Mulliken Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Barbara Ferry of Freeland. Call now at 570-455-7267, extension 104 for your free movie.
Time for another holiday fun fact, this time the Christmas stocking. It reportedly started in Holland on the Feast of St. Nicholas. A poor man needed dowries for his 3 daughters. According to legend, St. Nicholas dropped a bag of gold down his chimney. The gold reportedly fell in stockings that were drying by the fire. If you have a fun holiday fact, email them to lisa@ssptv.com. Look at this beautiful holiday flower poinsettia from Smith Floral. We'd like to thank them for the flowers. Well, that is it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, tomorrow, Mike Dicka, John Eric Polai will have the story of his visit on Friday, and yes, he will talk about Saturday Night Live. And our 13 Days of Christmas continues for 2 more days, 2 more great prizes to give away, so stay tuned. That's it for tonight. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.